Yo, what's up, Hooks? It's Pumpkin. Guess what? I bought a boat. Just kidding. This is Mike's boat. But doing some repairs on it and getting it ready and doing some modifications. So Along can go with me and we can jump between some of the islands. I was gonna go by my own, but Mike doesn't, he thinks I'm gonna die if I go by my own. Or bare minimum sink the boat. So he wants me to take someone with me, someone who knows the area, knows the waters, knows how to not die. And also having someone with me will help to keep everything safe, the boat from getting stolen or my stuff on the boat from getting stolen. He'll be able to also teach me some good fishing spots and all that. I think we're going to be adding a fish finder and all that too, because Mike said he's got one and he thinks it already has a transducer. Am I getting the words right or wrong? It's been a long day. Yeah. So right now they've gone through and they've just started repainting the orange. They've still got the tape on it. So they're going to pull that off either late tonight, tomorrow, probably tomorrow. They're going to do the white again. You can see, let me turn this around. Okay, you can see the how it comes out, and obviously there's something missing, right? So right there's one of them. There's one for the other side. We may end up doubling up just to have it a little bit more stable. They repaired a couple of parts up here on the bow. Oh. Then we got two high-speed engines, diesel engines on there. We're gonna put tarp over the top to give a shade all the way across, kind of basically an A-frame. We're gonna build up some on here. We're gonna do Kauaian bamboo, which is what they're made out of, but it's gonna come out a ways and then up so we can sleep, and we'll do that on either side. Yeah, it should be pretty good. Also, they need to align one of the engines, which is being worked on. It's not going to be super cheap to do this, but it should be, hopefully, less expensive than buying a boat, which is what I was originally going to do. I was going to come out here and buy a boat, like one of those tourist boats you see with the platforms and all that. Yeah, but Mike was like, you can go ahead and use my boat. And I was like, okay, that's saved me a couple $1,000, which is good, because then I also don't have to find somewhere to put the boat while I'm not here, because I'm only here for 3.5 months. It's probably going to be a couple more weeks till this is done, because island time. So yeah, soon I'll be able to go with Along to other islands out that way, which I would show you, but I know for a fact you cannot see anything out there except for water and some clouds and a little bit of color from the sun that has just set. And I'm not going to try and point out stuff that I know you can't see, but you can see this awesome little boat. It's about 30 foot long. I mean, obviously that's, yeah, it's thin. It's, canoe style, Bangka, Bangka, Filipino traditional style boat. It's not super thick. It's about, actually it's maybe 1.5 meters thick tops. Maybe a little less. I don't know. I haven't done the actual measurement, but it looks about like a 1.5 me thickness. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've got lures and stuff set up. I have a control behind, because we're not going to be just booking it. We're going to go find the good, kind of meet in between going fast and saving fuel. So find wherever that's at, and that'll definitely be within a good trolling speed for sure on this little boat. And I've got a bunch of squid jigs and stuff. Maybe we'll set up a couple big solar lights. Would be cool. Pulling all the little krill and phytoplankton, zooplankton, all that ness, and then slightly teeny tiny fish, and then a little bit bigger, and then squids, and maybe even some good sized fish off those. Do some jigging out there. I mean, it's gonna be fun. Also, we're planning to put, which is one of the main things I wanted the whole time since I first started thinking about doing this and buying my own, was to put a little grill. Uh, I mean, somewhere back there, little grill. It's not gonna be anything fancy. I'm not gonna get like a Char King or nothing. It's just gonna be most likely a traditional style clay pot, or maybe like a metal barrel to grill. Nothing fancy. Actually, Mike did mention something about having a little propane grill that we might use. I don't know. We'll see. However it goes. I also do want to put some type of vehicle on there. I was thinking if I was going to get one of those big, like tourist boats, that I would do. I would do like a motorcycle or a motorbike, as they call them here in the Philippines. But with a smaller boat like this, I don't want to overload it. Even though they put a bunch of nets on it and those weigh a lot, we're leaving those. Maybe we'll take two, so Along can do some net fishing, and I'll do some with him too, just because why not, right? Um, but yeah, I'm thinking now that I'll get a bicycle and get one of those motor, like gas powered motor kits to throw, do a bicycle. Or I've actually seen, should be really funny to see me on. So basically a push scooter with a little 2-cylinder, maybe 4-cylinder, depending on which I go for, engine, that a little gas engine, and it's got like a little built-on seat, and you can fold it all up, and I mean about the size of a backpack. And with that, I could get a like extra large waterproof kind of bag, you know, and just stuff that in there to at least cut down a little bit on how much of a giant ball of rust it's going to become going on the ocean for like 2 months, 2.5 months, whatever. So yeah, my plans for this they're changed a little bit. I'm not going to be going all by myself. After a couple weeks, I might do that. I still want to, but again, not my boat. And if Mike is uncomfortable with letting me go by myself, it's a bummer, but I'm going to respect his wishes because it's his boat. And maybe Talong can, we can find a couple small islands and Talong can just drop me for a few days, Or, I mean, he'd probably be not far out. That way I can scream at him like, hey, I got bit by a cobra, Hopefully not. Let's pretend I didn't say that, knock on wood. But yeah, he'll be within, shouting range, most likely, hopefully. That way, if anything does go wrong, I need a pickup, and we book it, half a day to somewhere. Half a day is better than a day and a day and a half, to get to help, which with a cobra bite might not be quick enough. But again, we're going to hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, so catch and cooks, eat only what I catch. I mean, you might not believe it, but I'm going to do it. Look at me. I've gone in the past, I've gone for more than 7 days without eating a couple of times, and not by choice. So I know I can do it. I know it would suck, but I know I can do it. And part of one of the things I want to accomplish while I'm here is lose a bit more weight. Any of you who have seen a few of my posts might have noticed that since the end of last year, beginning of this year, 2026, right at that point there at the beginning of the year, I was over 350 pounds, and by far the biggest I've ever been. And now, as the last I checked, in 3 months, I lost more than 50 pounds, which is like 22, 23 kilos, which is pretty good, I'd say. Most people don't do that. And I did it without starving myself. I just changed my diet, a little bit of exercise, blah, blah, blah. Got more active, doing more fishing, more camping, right? Like I love to do anyways. As soon as my back had healed up and I was able to do it, I got to it. And yeah, I want to keep losing a bit, maybe another 50 pounds, 22, 23 kilos would be cool. And doing something like this where if I, say for 2 or 3 days at a time, at least, maybe every week or every other week or whatever, I can only eat what I catch, or only what I can catch and trade for, you know, so I catch fish, trade, blah blah blah. I think that would be something that would, for one, push me to work my ass off, literally, and two, I think it'd be pretty interesting. I personally like kind of that type of video, and if it doesn't work and I end up starving for a while, you can laugh at my pain. Yeah, but that's it. This is supposed to be like a 1 or 2 minute video, and we're at 10.5 minutes, and I'm not gonna cut it because I've been running around doing shit, and I'm pretty tired. Yeah, that's it. You know, if you watch this and you got to this point, good for you. You know, good job. I appreciate the hell out of you. If you watched it for 10 seconds, you weren't gonna see this, but still, thank you for clicking on it, and I guess I'll see you hooks later. Peace.